Good morning, Nash. Thank you so much for joining us on the LITE Breakfast.
Good morning.
How are you doing? What's that about?
What? Post MCO blues? What? RMCO blues? What?
No, it's like MCO. Funnily, it's been quite fun.
Okay.
It was tough at the start, but it kind of became quite fun to be with the kids and the family, and then just the little tight family together. So now it's like, oh, it's about to be over, is it? So it's a bit funny.
How hands-on are you generally with your children? I mean, you had twins. I'm sure you had to be a full-on dad from the get-go.
Put it this way, there's no help at home other than the two kids, the twins. So they are our Santa's little helpers. And we actually negotiate with them to help us out. But if you ask me how hands-on, I'm kind of pretty much very hands-on, because when the cake comes up from the baby, all of them go, ooh. So I'm the guy who's got to handle all this stuff, right? So yeah, pretty hands-on, man.
Yeah.
Actually, on that, you guys, you mentioned that you guys don't have help. Was that a conscious decision that you guys want to do everything on your own?
No, no. Our helper, her husband had a coma, so she had to leave.
No.
And then she's somewhere else, so that's it. And then there's nothing here to support us all throughout, until now.
And you and Sassy just adopted a baby boy not too long ago.
Yeah.
Why the decision to adopt?
Oh yeah, sorry. Just now I was talking about the baby. The two girls were saying, like, when are we gonna have another sibling?
The kids wanted it. All right.
Yeah, the kids really wanted it. And Sazzy's family is loaded with a lot of adopted cousins, a lot, So it's been like in the family lah, the spirit of adopting other people's other children lah. So it's kind of funny lah for me, to be honest, but I'm kind of enjoying it too.
Funny how? Like, what do you?
Funny because it doesn't come out from my wife's stomach, right? You don't see the stomach come out like,
yeah.
Suddenly the baby comes out, right? It's like a ready-made being.
Premix.
Hey, but in all honesty, Idris does look like the both of you.
Yeah, that's the funny thing, because when I actually take a photo with him, like, hey, dude, you do look like me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at his stomach and I go, hey, stomach also about the same.
That's my belly.
Yeah. I mean, what were some of the challenges that you've experienced when you had to stay at home with 3 kids now during the MCO for the whole entire day?
If you think about it, right, like at the start, he's like a baby that sleeps during the day and then and wakes up at night, so like a 4:30, 6:30, 9:30, and then AM kind of thing, and then my kids got to go to class.
Oh,
hi! Oh, so cute.
Yes. So they got to go to class. Iman's got to go. One is the sekolah pagi, one is the sekolah petang.
Okay.
So Google Meet, Zoom, all that, and then looking at their schedule, and then putting the technology piece together. And then this kid will suddenly cries. He wants milk. And then he wants to. After that, we don't know what's going on. He's crying again. Oh, I want to sleep. I don't know. And then suddenly, the thing is wet. My diaper's wet. So we figured out. We learn along the way. So these are the challenges, and we found out at least the 2 girls are helping out a lot. But we've got a theory of 5 with the baby. You either hungry, or you sleepy, or you need to be burped, or you sakit perut, or I forgot what's the last one.
Sleepy. No. Have you said sleepy? You have.
Yeah. So there was there were 5. So literally, the house is like all over the place, man. It's like all over the shop, you know.
Was there a schedule though that you stuck to every day with the kids when they're not at school?
The thing is, I have my meetings every day at 10 a.m.
Mm.
And the girls have a schedule. Yes, they have a schedule, and in between they play games. They they play their Minecraft and stuff like that. So, but we make sure that they actually follow that schedule, and we also say that you have too much game time, we may have to take it away from you. But we also give them rewards lah, you know. So yes, their schedule.
Now, as the head of the household, did you have to go and get out and get groceries and get food for your family on your own? Like, do you normally do that, or this was a new experience for you?
Yeah, I do that. But with a helper last time, it was easier because I can't tell what is ikan senangin, what is ikan bawal hitam, right? Garupa and all that, right? So it became harder, especially when it comes to the sayur, you know, like says, let's get this, let's get that. But interestingly, that we basically started to learn from YouTube and started to learn from cooking. Started learn cooking, but cheating a bit lah, you know, buy the perencha and all that, right? So yeah, it's all fun. It's all good fun.
I mean, with the new baby, and then the girls are grown up already, so there were a lot of things that you had to relearn to be a dad also, I suppose. But now having to, in MCO, having to go out, and we spoke to a dad who had also a newborn basically in the house. Going out, did you worry about things like, because it is COVID-19, it's a pandemic out there, were you a bit concerned?
Yeah, well, obviously I'm concerned. But then I had like a wife who's OCD. She's more concerned. So I come back home, I get sprayed, or you know, get out of that clothes, you know. Do not touch me, stuff like that, right? So and we do all that. We watch all the videos where all the food was cleaned and sprayed and all that, right? So lucky enough, I have a Sazi who's a bit more rigorous in terms of hygiene, right? So which is all good.
Okay, but did you discover anything about maybe your older children after spending so much time with them over this two-month period?
Yeah, actually, they you know, they want to hang out. They really, really love hanging out with their parents. Something that I didn't get when I was growing up enough from my parents at this particular age. Yeah, bless you. So my girls, it turns out they've been longing to. They love hanging out. Like let's do this together. Let's do that together. They would love to do things together. We started like they started learning card games and stuff like that. But whenever they want to go to bed, they really want us to be in the bed with them. It's like a ritual kind of thing, and I find it quite soothing. But it's very nice. It's
very endearing, I suppose.
Yeah. So I love it when that happens. You know. Especially when they come with us, join us, you know.
Are they both daddy's girl? Iman and Dara?
I don't know, actually.
Are they closer to you than to Sazi, or?
No, they're definitely closer to Sazi, of course. But I think the mom is a bit more disciplinarian than me. But Sazi, but I tend to, what's the word? I play around with them a lot, and they're not very afraid of me. Put it that way.
You're the good cop, right? Everything Ask Daddy sure can.
That's the thing.
But But during this period also, did you discover anything about yourself as a father?
Yeah, well, I basically love my family lah. You know, I love my kids. I really love seeing them grow. I'm looking at my girls and thinking, damn it, you know, they've grown up, and it's fun to have fun with them. You know, do TikToks with them, tease them. So I discovered that I actually, which has always been ingrained in me as well. When I was last time, I like to play with kids. You know, yeah.
Did you ever think that you're gonna be a father to a baby again?
Yeah, but didn't expect it to be this way, right? But I was thinking maybe it's also time for us to have another baby.
Oh, you were planning lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but Sassy was like, I'm afraid that I might get another set of twins and I'll have 4 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the twin genes are really strong in both sides of your family, apparently.
Yeah. It's true.
But being at home so much right now, I know with your busy schedule previously, are you much closer as a family after this experience?
Yeah, very much so. We're very much like a team, which is, that's what I love about it. We turn out to be a team. Like, okay, so you are going to do the bottle. You are going to put the milk in. I'm gonna feed the baby, and then we go around and say, okay, you're gonna burp, and then, okay. So we sometimes just to poke fun with them, I'll bring all of them with me to handle the baby. Say, team, let's go, everybody. So everybody would have a task, a job description. You know, if this person is taking out the clothes, this person will take out the diaper. This person will, obviously, it's a lot to do with me lah.
Yeah.
But the girls would be around me, so I love it when they are around me when I do things with the baby. So we kind of work as a team, you know. So yeah, that's where we really got closer during this MCO together.
You guys are close anyway as a unit, because I've hung out with you guys as a family before. You guys go swimming, you'll go makan, you'll go to the hotels and whatever and whatnot. But now MCO, you're kind of forced to be in a closed area together. Is it always super fun? Is it always a team, or sometimes does it get like, oh my goodness, just get away from me?
Yeah, both. we got that sessions too. Yeah, we do have those sessions too. We do have, like, this is too much already, kan? So that's why sometimes during the MCO, you asked me the other day. The other day, like, you asked me just now. So during MCO, I actually put my hand up. I'm gonna go out.
I'll go get the groceries, even though I don't know cabbage from lettuce, right?
Yeah. So I needed that time off for a while, just the me time, you know, the me time, which is to go to the groceries. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But now that we're in recovery mode and things are starting to go back to some sort of a normal, will you be back at work? Like, how will you explain this to the girls, especially? Like, you won't be able to see daddy so often at home now.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Because I'm sure they enjoyed it, right? Having you and Sassy together at home for the entire day.
Yeah, they do enjoy it. They do enjoy parents being around. Yeah, this is the thing as well, because we don't have any helper as well. So the kids need to be nurtured into their daily school routine and tuition routine. So whatchamacallit, right now with the team, we're just working from home right now, or meeting up at a certain place. So yeah, we haven't actually adjusted work location yet. Yeah.
Oh, it's even in RMCO, you guys are still working from home, you and your team.
Yeah, all of us work from home. Yeah.
Are you gonna plan to do that for a while longer? Because
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I think all our meetings. You see, before MCO, we always have meetings on Zoom anyway, so we're very familiar. We were Zoom kind of people.
Mm-mm.
I'm a Zoom premium
Right.
Member.
member before, and I'm like, hey, you guys don't know Zoom?
Yeah.
That was back in 2018, 2017, long time, 2016, yeah, when Zoom first came out.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with the new baby, I'm sure, and no help, someone has to be at home as well, right?
Yeah.
Just to
That's
take care of things. Yeah.
yeah, that's a tough thing. Yeah.
Actually, do you tell the girls about COVID-19 and your kids? How do you explain stuff like that to them? Because fathers in the past never had to explain anything like that before. How did you do that?
This is funny. Come, Tiara. Tiara. So this is Tiara, right?
Yep.
When COVID-19 first came about, right? This is mommy's friend from the radio.
Hi, Tiara.
Hi.
This is radio station. Whenever we go to school, she will choose her radio station. This is LITE FM. We go to listen to them. Okay.
She's confused.
Okay, so what did Tiara do?
So I told Tiara, hey, you be careful because right now there's zombies. You know. So at that time when we first started, I told them about zombies. Said zombies are about, and for kids who actually when they're not when they're naughty, the zombies will go for the naughty kids.
Right. Okay.
Did I tell you that story?
Yeah.
There you go. So and then when the zombies come, we're gonna be in trouble because then I have to report to the police that the zombie's gonna gonna catch you. They come to the house, so you guys gotta be sure you don't be naughty. If not, we're gonna get in trouble. Right? And then later on, they started to understand, and we started watching. Well, you didn't believe me?
No.
Of course you did. Of course you did. Come on. And then when the real breakout of the whole situation came, and my in-laws were they were very helpful, and they started to talk to the girls about COVID-19, and then we watched things on Netflix. We watched Train to Busan. Train for Busan. The Train for Busan. It's a zombie story, right? When it first started, we watched that. So they kind of up to date because they follow my in-laws, and every day they know the COVID numbers. What's the COVID number? Oh, I can't remember. Okay, so they follow. So it wasn't that hard to actually explain to them. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're smart girls. I'm sure they learned it themselves as well, looking at the news and all that, right?
Did you learn about COVID-19 on your own? Huh?
Yeah, because they didn't believe Daddy's story anyway.
But I mean, I understand what you're trying to do. You're trying to sort of make the virus akin to a zombie apocalypse, right? Like so that they can understand it in visual terms.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's how it all started first.
Yeah.
So,
but do you think you can be a full-time stay-at-home dad after this experience?
Not easy lah. This is a full-time job, man. This full-time job, man.
But aren't the girls helping with the little one a lot?
Yeah, they are. But if they can get away with it, like they go, I want to play my games, my phone, and they will try to get away. But Sassy has disciplined them. If one shout from mommy, everybody will just throw everything. Boom! Goes, including myself. Whoa!
So do you think you can be a stay-at-home dad? It is a full-time job.
Half can lah, probably about 30% can lah.
I guess you can if you want to, but maybe
Yeah.
it's not a choice that you would consciously take,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Not a choice that I would consciously take. Yes, but I love it. When I was growing up, I didn't have much time with my dad, but my dad passed away when I was young. But when I was in high school, my dad was like my coach, my mentor. So I love that. I love that feeling of being together with someone that's close to you and giving you tips and advice. So I do talk to my girls like that way. So it was quite tough, man, at the start. Very, very tough because things were changing and business and everything, and then the babies here and the kids. Tough
Actually,
life.
speaking of that, will your business have to change to accommodate what's happening now, and also because you have an addition to the family?
Yeah. We have made a decision to change it, so we're in the process of changing. So we're very much digital right now. So we're producing digital kind of information, education kind of thing. So it is changing.
So being a dad made the business change, is it?
Yeah,
Became-
actually,
yeah.
also, I'm pretty okay with just staying at home and doing work from home.
Yeah.
Even before that, before MCO, we were doing. I think I was doing about 60% from home. Yeah.
It's much more convenient that way with the children as well, I think.
Yeah.
And Sazi has a very erratic schedule. I mean, like all of us in the media industry, right?
Yeah. Very
So,
crazy.
yeah. What have you learned about your own parenting style during this whole 2 months at home with the kids, day in, day out?
Parenting style, if there is a style, like
Are you still the fun dad now?
a
Or
fun dad.
have you become a little bit more stricter in a sense?
Okay. Yeah, I have become a bit more stricter. Yeah. And if possible, there's a bit more discipline and being a bit more regimented, right? So yeah, so I have, but then I'm still quite lenient with them.
You're regimented but lenient.
What I like is there's a schedule. I know, okay, this is your time to do this, so make sure you hit it. Okay, you have this time. But in between, when they in between that time frame, they kind of all over the place, right? So I still am quite lenient with that regards lah, to do whatever you want lah right now, before your own class. So what I learned about myself is I'm still the same person lah, still the same, not uptight dad. I have been, though, this is the thing though, I have been to Sazi's, this is a relative place in the US, right? We were there, and it was about 8 o'clock at night, and they had 2 kids. One's an older girl and then there's a boy. But they're totally grown up right now. So that was about 4 years back, and it was like 8 p.m. So we were at home at that place. We went there, and then the parents go, "Hey, it's already 8:30. Time to go to bed."
8:30.
Yeah, it was like that. Like, and the kids go upstairs, and then they have to be in their room, right? I think it's like 8 o'clock or even earlier. Like, I was like, what? I don't think I could be that kind of parent. You know what I mean? That's so disciplined. I met them again 2 years back, and I thought they were like gone a bit like freedom. Like, you know what I mean? Those kids.
Yeah.
like
so regimented before.
Revenge.
Yeah. So suddenly they have all the freedom, because before this they were under a very disciplined, regimented household, and then when you give them that little bit of freedom, suddenly they go crazy.
Yeah. So.
But you say you're not that kind of dad. But what kind of dad do you want to be remembered as? Like down the road, 30 years, when when we're all gone
Yeah.
and your kids think back about you as a father, what kind of dad do you want to be
Yeah.
remembered as?
Uh, okay, so okay, this is a bit funny. My mom, it's not easy when you talk to my mom, and at the end of the conversation, my mom will say thank you.
Mm.
Okay, because she's in she's in business. She works and she talks to people, right?
Yeah.
She's in sales, so a lot of thank you. Okay, that's it. Thank you. I don't know. It became like a word that she ends up the conversation with us lah, kids. Not kids, but nowadays I kind of realize that my mom doesn't really say I love you a lot. But my dad, when I was in Australia, I'm gonna go back a bit. So we write letters to each other, because at the time there's phone call was too expensive.
Right.
Yeah.
So we write letter. He writes back to me, and he always signs off "I love you." I
Your dad?
didn't. My dad, yeah. So and he starts the letter by saying, um, my name. He calls my nickname Ajil Sayang Papa, right? Means my dear son lah. Okay,
Mm-mm.
and then he signs off Papa Sayang Ajil. Like
Mm-mm.
boom.
Right.
And then when my father passed away, I actually was away. I was still in Melbourne. I got the news, so I had to come back. Took a plane back, and when I got to the burial, it's near my grandma's house in Kuala Pilah, and my brother said to me, there's a wallet, my father's wallet, and in there there's a letter. So in that letter, I opened up, and he actually kept my letter when I wrote to him.
Wow.
One of the letters that I wrote to him, because I signed off back by saying Ajil Sayang Papa. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is a boy, writing.
Yeah.
I don't know whether he has that kind of experience with his two other boys, the three boys. But that's the only thing that I remember that day, was that he kept my letter in his wallet, and he's gone. I couldn't see him. And then I realized that I am just going to be this person that is a loving person like my dad was. So every single day that before, in every moment that I have with my girls, I always say I love you. It's like a hey, what's for lunch? I love you. I say, hey, how's school? Hey, by the way, I love you.
Right. Yeah.
It's,
You don't need a special occasion to say I love you.
no, exactly. So and I love it when I try to put them to bed, and I say, I love you. I thank you for your help today, and I love you so much. And then I ask them, how much do you love me? How much I love you? And I say, too much. So I like to be remembered as a loving dad, and just pure love. That's it.
Was regimented and lenient at the same time.
Regimented and lenient at the same time.
No, I get that you're like trying to run your family like you run your business as well. Like you have this post, you have this role, you have this designation, and we all come together and work as a team. Yeah. I can see that. Like you want to be their mentor and their coach as well, right? Like you were saying.
Yeah, look, I love being their coach and mentor. They play basketball. I bring them to basketball. I know more basketball now. And I love it. I love the fact that when they do like something, like the other day, they love what's that thing called? Cheerleading.
Yeah.
So I go deep into cheerleading, and then when it's basketball, I show them basketball movies. Okay, this blah blah blah. This is what basketball is about. And then suddenly they got into TikTok, and I say, when's our next TikTok? And I say, this is a great TikTok, even though it's not so nice.
No, you're a pretty hands-on dad, and you're okay with doing chores at home. You cook as well, I know. I've seen some of the social media posts that Sassie's
Yeah.
put up that you cook. What advice would you give to some of the more traditional dads that think that, who thinks that parenting is a job for the mothers?
I would. This is also my wife is quite good lah. She ingrained in my head. Say, look, you see this kid right now, and then you just blink in an eye of an eye. You see that person is already 16. You lost those times, and I hear it from a lot from the older people. So I feel okay. What if that also happens and it's for real? So I would say to people who are not so hands-on, I'd say, it's important that this is the period where when we are actually the kids are looking up to us, like we are the coach, the mentor, please give me the answer to this.
The heroes.
So, the heroes, that's the one. We are the heroes. You can solve everything. The light bulb, come, dad can do that, except I don't cuci the daun bunga there lah. Lying outside. So I'd say we have to take it up upon us to be hands-on, to love them, to hug them, to just nurture these kids, and let them be what they want to be and push them to the way where they love to go, right? So we don't want that lost time lah. I have a friend, I want to share this with everybody, whom he passed on a few months ago, 2 months ago, Ashraf Sinclair.
Yeah.
And he's I hang out with him. We go to Indonesia, go to Jakarta. He talk about his kid. They go for holidays and jump into the ocean together. And they talk about things together. So if I'm in Noah in those kind of shoes, I would remember my dad as that kind of guy. Who really take time to be with me. And that's a really good memory. Yeah. So I would
And
say,
don't regret it in future that you didn't spend time with your children.
Yeah. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm on this program called Masterclass. Have you heard of Masterclass?
Yeah.
And I'm watching Bob Iger of Disney.
Yep.
Bob Iger is the CEO of Disney. He goes to work at 6:30 a.m. Okay, and he wakes up at 4:15. He works out. I'm like, why is this Bob Iger looking good, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, rupanya he works out when he wakes
At
up.
4 o'clock in the morning. Oh my gosh.
4:15, and
Yeah.
he's in the office by 6:30 because he wants to be the first to clear everything. Before everybody comes knocking, everybody will knock on his door, and he will go home at 4:30. He says the reason why 4:30 is because he wants to go back to his kids, and he wants to have dinner with them. He wants to talk to them. But then I did some biographical work and research, and I found that when he first started joining Disney, he had to travel so much that his wife divorced him.
Oh.
So sad, right? Because you're so bogged down with work, and he loves it, but then I think he amended and he went into the next family life, being the central figure to raising his kids. So that was nice.
Yeah. So yeah, don't regret.
No regret.
Do it while you can, right?
I want to share one more, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
If you Google YouTube, YouTube is Google anyway. If you YouTube Frank Abagnale.
Yeah.
Oh, never heard of that name.
Frank Abagnale was the guy from Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah.
So he talks about his story about Catch Me If You Can,
Mm-hmm.
but his ending of the story was how his relationship was with his father.
Mm.
He was so sad when the scene where he ran off from the court because they wanted to split, right?
Yeah.
And parents wanted to split up, and he ran, and then he ran and ran and ran. He did the Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
He never came home at 16, right?
Yeah.
And he did all those things because he wanted to run away from that situation.
Mm.
So he said no kid should be having that from their experiencing a divorce. But he started telling about the story about the Catch Me If You Can. But his ending was, no one should experience a split up in their relationship, and they should actually raise their children like how my dad raised me. So he said it was very hard for him because up to that age, right, his dad would come into the room and whisper to all the kids, "I love you," you know.
Right.
Even his older brother, who's a American football, 6'4",
Yeah.
his father will hug him and say, "Look, I love you," you know. So his message in that YouTube video was very nice. He said, look after your family, look after your family. So,
is that your philosophy as well in life?
Yeah, I stand by that. I really love my family. I really love family life. And I have so much joy when I hang out with my brother, for example, my older brother's family.
Mm.
When we combine family and family, it's like a house on fire lah. We play games together. It's very nice. It's yeah. Something that I only had a brief time with my parents, but I would love to have a lot more time with my children. We go camping, and I bring them away, toughen them up a bit.
Yeah. Memories, create memories with them, right?
Yeah, that's the one. Create memories. Yeah.